Oh, you guys look so good on camera.
Zach made me, I had a meeting for 5 to 6 on Thursday, and he couldn't make me, but he's like, oh, I did a quote, a handstand. He's like, you didn't see it? And I was like, no, I'll go back and watch it. He's like, okay.
I should have posted about it and then marked the exact time. I would just say scroll over to whatever minute.
Yeah, it was cool. I went back and I
Hi
texted
everyone. Hi everyone. People are tuning in. Okay, let's get started. So it is Saturday again. So this is, I believe, Saturday number 11.
Wow.
Is that true or 10?
Maybe 10? I don't know. March 16th, I think, is your first one.
No, March 14th was my last live class at the studio.
Oh, okay.
And then whatever. Anyway, so either 10 or 11, we're not sure. who counts anyway? So we were just saying that we kind of like the time adjustment because it is nice and cool. We'll have full shade coverage for the duration of the next 60 minutes, which is great because yesterday or Thursday, I think it was, we did the noon class, and that's like hot, like legit full-blown sun, hot. So if you really want like a full sunshine Porch yoga, Thursday noon is your time. All right. And then so as many of you already know, or all of you, we have moved solar shaded flow to 9 a.m. I teach at camp starting this week at 11. I'm teaching a class called Soul Flow, which makes my heart warm so much. Adding into the, whatever's good for your body, good for your mind, good for your soul, whichever order you'd like to attempt that, or take it, it's up to you. So I'm super excited obviously about that. So I will see you, so for all of you double dipping, I will see you at 11 in person. And yeah, what was I going to talk about? Well, that doesn't really matter. So if you find your seat, if you have the playlist lined up, I'm not quite ready to start it, but it's called Dance Monkey, 523, Dance Monkey. It's fun. It's a really fun playlist. It's a little different. My son has a little bit to do with it because sometimes he has a very demanding presence, if you will. My 8.5-year-old, and it is kind of funny. So he wanted me to put certain songs on it. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but and then that's how this bliss kind of came into being. But I think it's a lot of fun, so we'll take it from there. If you find your sits bones, just take a moment, settle into your space. We have survived new moon. Well, I have survived new moon yesterday. I don't know about you guys. It was actually quite more intense than I anticipated, for me at least. And I don't have particularly strong Gemini placements in my chart, so I was a little surprised, to be honest. I was a little caught off guard because I generally really enjoy air signs, so whether it's Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, even though Libra can be little harder, but Aquarius and Gemini are usually like super smooth sailing for me. But there is Venus in retrograde plus a bunch of other planets, and I think that's really more what happened. I think the new moon just intensified for me the situation with Venus in Gemini going retrograde. So if you're feeling a little unsettled or very unsettled, if you're feeling like super fragmented, that would be a very strongly, could be put down into the shadow side of a Gemini energy. You have the twins, and you're like, they can be constantly bickering, and they're like, oh, what about this, but what about that, but what about this, and what about that? And then Venus in Gemini, so in a very same energy, going retrograde will kind of try to bring the all conversation inward. So you can be having a lot of internal conversation, whether it's like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of a thing, or whether potentially it could be with your inner child. Venus obviously rules love and relationship and money. So if anything from that department's kind of coming up in your mind, like if some people from the past may have kind of resurfaced, it doesn't have to be intimate, it could be friends or it could be work related, or it could be intimate. Leave my coffee, Patootie. Leave my coffee alone, my coffee. Thank you, go away. So Venus, you know, kind of bringing the focus on, you know, could be intimacy issues, it could be any type of relationship issues, doesn't have to be intimate, could be work or anything. So just kind of watch out what comes up, right? Money issues could be coming up, family issues, and it's kind of something for you to revisit. So whether you realize that or not, it is not a new issue. It is possibly an issue that has been going on for a while. Whether you've been able or willing to look at it, that's a separate question. But you can be sure that, you know, some shadow part of Venus needs to be looked at. So that's kind of interesting. And for me specifically, the way it manifested, and I was really surprised by that, is my relationship with my son came up in the last week several times. Just the attachments, you know, that I have, some of the fears about potentially losing him and things like that came in a really strong way for me. So that was kind of interesting because, here's why, I thought I already worked through that. I thought I, you know, had it kind of under control. I thought I had it, you know, mostly worked out internally, you know. But then Venus was like, hey, why don't you take a look at this again? And then it was really interesting because I had this really strong emotional reaction, you know, to some of the thoughts that show up in my head. And I was like, oh, okay, I see, I have to do some more work in this particular area. So that's Venus retrograde in Gemini for me. And I think it was very much exacerbated by the new moon. So bottom line, you guys, just pay attention to the thoughts that are coming up, maybe some of the situations that you're presented with, and just keep in mind that perhaps it's trying to show you something, any type of relationship with other people, with money, with work. You are kind of, you know, where is it pulling on? Where is it tugging? Where is it tugging, right? You want to follow that tug gently. You want to look at the why, and then another why underneath, and then another why underneath. All right, I think that's enough of astrology for today. Oh, 909, perfect. All right, so the playlist again called Play Monkey, or Dance Monkey rather. And then I'm gonna start at 3, 2, 1, now. I don't know what's the better first song to start a playlist. I don't know, you guys. Big breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top, sip it a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Again, big breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top, sip it a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Arms reach up over your head, interlace your hands, palms up, lift, inhale. Off to your right, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Off to your left, exhale. Back up, inhale, lift. Exhale, interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest. You can keep your elbows bent. You can keep your hands resting on your sacrum. Fold forward. However far you go, it doesn't really matter. It can be a gentle rounding, releasing. Release the hands. Find your way onto your hands and knees. bit of a movement. If the music makes you move, you should just follow that because it is pretty good. Back the toes, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Allow the feet shift the weight into the legs. Notice. And if you don't usually practice this early, if 11 is usually your time to start, notice how much harder it may be to make your body move. And that's totally okay, especially if you haven't been awake for long enough, if you kind of just get up. High on the tippy toes, chin into the chest, find your way to plank. Inhale here. Knees are not. Lower forward, halfway down. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Again, chin into the chest, make it smooth, round forward, high on the heels, toes, plank. Knees are not, halfway down. Inhale through your back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. Last one, tippy toes, chin into the chest, big wave, round forward, plank. Inhale here, knees are not, halfway down. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Walk your feet all the way in front of your space. Standing forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, release your head. Again, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Last one, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, release. Slowly round all the way up. Again, notice how the body reacts if you're feeling still a little stiff, if the legs are not as responsive yet. You'll get there. Roll the shoulders up and back. Maybe one more time. Beautiful. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more, just like that. Breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Inhale, arms rise over your head. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, flat back, starting a little slower. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale here. Forward, elbows in, halfway down. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Tippy toes, knees bend. Look where you're going, step or float. Halfway lift, flat back, crawl your crown forward. Exhale, fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands too hard, bring it in. Chair pose with Anahatasana. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Tippy toes, knees bend. Look where you're going, step or float. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands too hard, bring it in. Chair pose again. Inhale. Stay for exhale. Another breath in. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, flat back, roll your chest. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga, mid-plank. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Right leg lift, up and back, long. Knee to nose, bring it in. Shift the shoulders over the wrist. Keep your elbows straight. Roll, lower your shin almost to the ground. It stays parallel. Pull it in again, forehead to knee, lift the hips. One more time, parallel almost to the ground. Inhale, chin into the chest. Three-legged dog, scoot it back. One more time, knee to nose, bring it in. Shin goes almost down to the ground. Keep your arms straight, roll your hips. Pull in. One more time, it's like you're doing a little push-up with your knees. Bring it all the way in, three-legged dog, scoot it back. Step your right foot all the way in between your hands. Warrior two, coming up. Inhale here. Stay for exhale. Up and over, reverse. Lift your right side up. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands firmly. Stay here, or three-legged plank. Extend your right heel back. Stay here, or inhale, lower halfway down, press back up. Step your right foot all the way in between your hands. Warrior two. How did that go? Up and over, reverse, lift. Arms go down, frame the foot, listen carefully. A right knee makes a connection to the right tricep, tap. Three-legged dog, right leg goes long. Step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Plant your left hand inside of your right foot. Your right arm comes up, inhale. Stay for exhale, another inhale. Right arm finds the mat, plant your hands right to right. Tap again, make a connection. Side plank off to your right, open. Beautiful. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders, push the mat away. Right arm finds the mat, right to right, tap again. Three-legged dog, right leg goes long. Step your right foot all the way in, warrior two again, coming up, open. Stay for exhale. Inhale here. Skandasana to the back of your mat, left knee bends, hands come to heart. Point your toes back, forward, back to warrior two. Make sure you align your toes properly. One more time, Skandasana to the back. Stay low, coming all the way to front to half moon. Again, take it nice and slow. Point your toes directly forward. Right arm finds the mat, left leg lift. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Dancing in the moonlight. Breathe. Or sunlight, or sunshine. Inhale here. Shiva squat, bring it all down. Right hand grabs for the back foot. Take a hold of the ankle. And then slowly start coming all the way up to twisted dancer. Ikala. Oh shit, I heard it.
I said the G word.
It's alright. Kick the foot into the hands. Lift up through the chest. Beautiful. Release the foot, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. Yes, we can. Do that here. Warrior three is next. Hands to heart, extend your left heel forward. Take a breath here, keeping your left leg straight. You're gonna bring your left leg down, foot is gonna hover off the mat, you're gonna come all the way to standing. Inhale here. Bring your left leg forward. Yes. Come on, lift it up, Robbie. A little bit more. Plug the femur into the socket. Bring it in. Yes. Now slowly lower your left foot down. Again, keeping your legs straight, coming back to warrior three. Beautiful breath here. Inhale. Control, step back, arms rise. High crescent. Left arm forward, right arm back. Pause. Right arm down, left arm up. Look up, reach up. Standing splits or all the way upside down into a handstand. If you want to take a couple hops, that's fine. Otherwise, standing splits is where we meet. Right knee bends, control, step back with your left foot down, your left heel down, warrior one, rise. Stay for exhale, pressure outer edge of your left foot, inhale here. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest, breath in. Exhale to humble warrior. Stretch through the shoulders from the collarbones, equalizing all the little knee to tricep stuff. Back up, inhale, arms rise. Arms go down, frame the foot. Right knee makes a connection to the right tricep, three-legged dog, scoot it back. One more time, right to right tap, maybe chaturanga your arms. Press back up, three-legged dog. And now you have two options, ekapada or a one-legged crow. I prefer you guys try one-legged crow. So the right knee finds the top of your right tricep. And you're gonna start bending your arms. Maybe you hop on the back foot a little bit more forward. And then the left foot lifts off the mat. And then when you're there, you're gonna shoot your right leg out, find your way onto your belly. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. You're welcome, all of you, including the camp crew. Happy happy camp day. Alright. Well, now you know what's coming. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Another breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg lifts, up and back, lift. Knee to nose, bring it in. Keep your arms straight, chin goes down to a hover. Pull it back up, lift the hips, forehead to knee. One more time, lower it down. Pull it back in, lift the hips, three-legged dog, lengthen all the way. One more time, knee to nose, nice and high, round. Lower the shin, keep the arms straight. Pull it back in. One more time, lower it down. Pull it back in. Scoot it back, three-legged dog. Left leg steps all the way in, open up, warrior two. Nice, up and over, reverse left, open through your left side. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands. Stay here or three-legged plank. Stay here or halfway down. Press back up, left leg steps in, come on, open up, yes. Up and over, reverse. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands. Left knee makes a connection, left tricep. Three-legged dog, scoot it back. Step your left foot all the way in, right arm plants inside of your left foot, left arm up, open. Stay for exhale. Another inhale. Left arm finds the mat, plant your hands, left to left tap. Side plank, open up. Yes. Oh. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tag again. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your left foot all the way in, open up, warrior two. Inhale here, stay for exhale. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Back to warrior two, make sure your toes align directly forward. One more time, Skandasana, deep in the back knee. Stay super low as you come through the middle, all the way to the front, crawl yourself up, a half moon. Notice that transition, it's a really tricky transition because you're going from all the way back while you're down to all the way front but up, right? So just find your posture. Expand all direction. Inhale here, Shiva squat, rapid or down. The right hand finds the ground, the left hand finds the back ankle. And then slowly you pull the belly in and you start your rise up to twisted dancer. Kick your foot into your hand, lift your chest, check in with your low back. Don't lean in too far forward, just about the right amount. Release the foot, right knee comes into the chest, maybe you never touch the ground and that's going to make you a lot better human. Hands come to heart center. Fire up your right heel, warrior three, extend it back. Inhale here, drop your right heel, hip down, fire up your right quad. Keeping your right foot straight, come all the way down and all the way up to standing rather. Keeping your right leg straight. Lift your right leg up, plug the femur into the socket, hold right here. Inhale. And then same way, keep your right leg straight all the way down, hover it off the mat, warrior three. A little pendulum through the hips. Notice how you're driving the movement. Left knee bends, control, step back. Arms rise, high crescent. Right arm forward, left arm back, standing twist. Pull the arms energetically apart. Left arm finds the back thigh, right arm up. Inhale, back bend. Standing splits or all the way into a handstand, if you have that. Or just take a couple hops here. We need in standing splits. Left leg is standing, right leg is up. Left knee bends, control, step back, dial your right heel down. Warrior one, rise. Stay for exhale, inhale here. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest. Exhale to humble. Again, stretch across the collarbones, across the front of your shoulders. Release the head and neck. Inhale, back up. Warrior one, active through the arms. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands. Left to left, tab, make a connection. Three-legged dog, lengthen. One more time, left to left, tab, maybe chaturanga your arms, that's a prep. Scoot it all back, three-legged. Again, one-legged crow is my preference. So start shifting forward, bend your elbows, bring your left knee on top of your left elbow, and maybe hop your back foot in just a little bit so you can get your shoulders far forward, and then lift your leg up. And then whenever you're ready, you shoot your left leg down off the tricep. You come crashing down, inhale through your up dog, roll over your feet, downward facing.
Oh, hi, Baturi. Come here.
All right, drop down to your knees, actually. Tabletop, staying tabletop. And then extend your arms towards your corners, front corners. Drop your chest down for Anahatasana, puppy pose. So you kind of want to, always want to stretch the front of the shoulders, pecs, after you do a bunch of knee to tricep and stuff like that. This is a great way to do that. I really like that flow. It's so simple but so hard in a way. I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Excellent. Alright, from here you guys find your way onto your forearms. So if you're just going to kind of shift forward, forearms parallel to each other, ideally a shoulder width distance. So if you want to grab for the measurement, or if you have a block, you want to put a block between your hands. Now tuck the toes, lift the hips. Robbie's favorite dolphin pose. My trusted sidekick. Yep. Right. And then you guys, a lot of weight into the elbows. So the other way you want to think about it is you lock the elbows down, you kind of roll the skin of the forearms, and then you keep really pressing strong into the elbows. If you like to take your right leg up, you're certainly welcome to do so. If you want to take it all the way up into forearm stand, Pincha Mayurasana, you're obviously very welcome to do that. But first and foremost, you're focusing on drawing the chest through the shoulders towards your thighs, right? So a big, big stretch. So as you were warming up in the puppy pose, this is kind of addition, to that. All right, lighten up on the elbows, push yourself back up, downward facing dog. Find your down dog, recenter, reconnect with your breath. Again, notice what's coming up and where. Just allow that to be there one way or another, whether it's in the body or in the mind or anywhere. Just let it sit there. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Another breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Right leg lift, up and back, long. Knee to nose, bring it in. Lower the shin down to a hover. Keep the arms straight. Pull it back in. Again, lower it down. Pull it back in. Three-legged dog. Scoot it long. One more time. Knee to nose, round. Push the mat away. Lower the shin down. Pull it back in, forehead to knee. One more time. Lower the shin down. Focus on the heel too. Pull it in. Scoot it back. Three-legged dog. Right leg steps all the way in. Warrior two coming up. Inhale. Up and over. Reverse. Lift your right side. Arms go down. Frame the foot. You can stay here or three-legged plank. Stay or chaturanga push up. Press back up. Step your right foot in. Open up. Warrior two. Inhale. Up and over. Reverse. Lift. Arms go down. Frame the foot. Plant your hands. Right knee, right tricep, tap, make a connection, hug the heel in towards the seat, three-legged dog. Right leg steps in between your hands, left arm plants inside of your foot, right arm up, inhale. Stay for exhale, roll your right shoulder up and towards the sky, inhale. Right arm goes down, right knee, right tricep, make a connection, side plank or more of a flip dog, up to you. Right arm finds the mat, right to right, tap again. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your right foot all the way in, open up, warrior two. Stay for exhale, inhale here. Skandasana to the back, deep into your squat. Back to warrior two, align your front toes. One more time, Skandasana, deep through your legs, stay low. Coming all the way to front, plant your front toes, right arm plants. Left leg lift, stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Half moon. Breath. Inhale here, Shiva squat. Left hand finds the mat. Right hand on the other hand grabs for the back ankle. And start your ascent slowly all the way up. Push into your right foot. Fire up your core. Left arm reaches forward, equalizing the pressing of your back leg into your hand. Breath in. Slowly release the left foot. Bring your left knee all the way in. Give it a little bit of a squeeze. Yes, look at you guys. Warrior three. Extend your left heel back. Draw your left hip down. Fire up your left quad. Breathe through the back heel. Keeping your left leg straight, driving the movement from the hips. Coming slowly up. The left foot hovers off the mat. As it extends forward, lift it up. Plug the femur into the socket. Hold right here. Fire up your belly. Little shaking is good. Nice. Lower the foot all the way down again. Drive with the heel. Lean in. Warrior three again. Beautiful. Inhale here. Right knee bends. Control. Step back. Arms rise. High crescent. Left arm forward. Right arm back. Open up. Standing twist. Right arm finds the back thigh, left arm lifts. Fire up your belly, support your low back. Standing splits or all the way upside down. If you are upside down, your right foot slowly finds the way between your hands. Control, step back, warrior one legs. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Stay for exhale, pressure outer edge of your left foot. Inhale here. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest, breath. Exhale to humble, again open through the collarbones. And then when you do come down, let the head and neck go while pulling the arms over your head. Keep stretching through the front of the shoulders. Inhale, back up, arms rise, active through the fingertips, warrior one. Arms go down, frame the foot. Right knee makes a connection to the right tricep. Pull the heel in close to your seat. Three-legged dog. Scoot it back. One more time. Right knee, right tricep. Maybe chaturanga your arms. Scoot it back. Three-legged dog. And then one last time. Right knee, right tricep. Pause there. Bend your arms. Start hopping a little bit forward so the elbows can find a way over your wrist, and then you lift your back leg up. And you're in one-legged crow. Then when you're ready, shoot your right leg back. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. How did that go, you guys? Good? I'm going to review it, and I'm going to provide feedback. That's hilarious. That's so fun. I only hear Robbie breathing next to me. When she goes to one-legged crow, she goes like, oh, that's funny. That is so funny. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg lift, top and back, long. Knee to nose, bring it in, round, push the mat away. Lower the shin down. Bring it back up, pull it in. Lower it down. Bring it back up, pull it in, three-legged dog. One more time, knee to nose, round, push the mat away. Lower the shin. Bring it in, round, lower it down. Bring it in, round, scoot it back, three-legged dog. Step your left foot all the way in, warrior two, coming up. Exhale, up and over, inhale. Arms go down, frame the foot. Feel free to stay, or three-legged plank. Feel free to stay, or halfway down, press back up. Step it in, right heel goes down, warrior two, coming up, nice. Up and over, reverse lift. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands left to left, make a connection. Left heel nice and tight, scoot it back, three-legged up. Step your left foot between your hands, right arm plants, inside, left arm up, low lunge twist. Stay for exhale, roll the right shoulder up and lift it. One more breath. Left arm finds the mat, plant your hands, again left to left, tap, side plank or a flip dog right away. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tap, again pay attention to your left heel. Scoot it back, three-legged. Left leg steps all the way in. Warrior two, coming up. Stay for exhale, inhale. Skandasana to your back on your exhale. Back to warrior two, strong through your legs. Align your front toes. One more time, Skandasana to the back. Find the depth of your legs slowly. Start your journey forward. Align the front toes, left arm plant. Right leg drives the hips up, stack the hips, stack the shoulders, open sideways. Push your breath through the back heel, lift up by your upper arm, expanding all directions. Inhale here, Shiva squat, ragdoll down, right hand finds the mat, left hand grabs for the back foot. Slowly you start your way back up. Again, flex your foot, push and kick your foot into, or your ankle rather, into your hand. And then lift up through the chest, then cobra through the chest. So a little bit of a back bend, but pay attention to the low back. Release the foot, right knee comes into the chest, hands come to heart center. Find a quality standing posture, inhale here. The right heel drives your foot back to warrior three. Drawing your right hip down, fire up your right quad. Keeping your right leg straight, slowly start lowering your foot, lifting your upper body. Bringing your leg all the way up. In front of you, plug the femur into the hip. Hold right there. Fire up your belly. Breathe. Yes, slowly start lowering your foot again. Hover it off the mat. And start leaning in. Work with your standing leg. Your standing leg is gently bent. Your legs are super active. Breath in. Left knee bends, control, step back, arms rise, high crescent. Right arm forward, left arm back, standing twist. Left arm down, right arm up, look up, reach up. Arms go down, standing splits, or all the way upside down. Again, if you are upside down, the left leg finds its way between your hands. Your right leg takes a control step back, dial your right heel down. Inhale, warrior one, pressure, outer edge of your right foot. Interlace your hands at the low back. Lift up through the chest, fluffy through the heart. Exhale forward, humble warrior. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale brings you back up through active fingertips, warrior one. Arms go down, frame the foot. Left knee makes the connection, left tricep. Three-legged up, lengthen. Again, left to left tap, maybe shift forward, chaturanga your arms, notice where you find yourself. And then again, push all the way back, three-legged up. And one last one, left to left. Find the top of your elbow. Bend your arms, hop your back foot a little bit in so your hips lift, your shoulders move way past the wrist, and then you lift your right leg up. Pull the belly in, round through the upper back, scoot your left leg back. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your feet, child's pose, extend your arms long, find a child's for a moment. And then coming back up to tabletop, find your way to Anahatasana again, puppy pose. So arms go forward towards the corners. Maybe now you'll have a little more space. Maybe now the chest is feeling a little softer. So maybe you lift the gaze and you push your chin down instead of your forehead, if that's okay with the neck.
Good playlist, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I will be replaying this at the pool.
It is very catchy, isn't it?
Like a dance, like a good dance mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we got to lighten it up a little bit.
Yes.
Which would be very appropriate to Gemini season. Gemini likes to keep things really light, right? It's like very talkative, very social, it's a little non-committal too. It just kind of, flies around all over the place and talks to everybody, and which is kind of interesting dynamic considering where we are with the virus and stuff, and then how we reopening, we're kind of eager to do that social interaction, but at the same time I feel we're feeling a little apprehensive, if you will, about that at the same time, which is the perfect Gemini conflict, right?
Yes.
The Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? This part of me wants to do this and this part of me doesn't want to do it, and then you finding all kinds of facts that that contribute into the conversation. It's kind of hilarious, but not really. Alright, so finding a way back to your forearms. So bend your arms, drop your elbows down, and then find your way back. No, not the hips. Back up, dolphin pose. Robbie's like, can I go with Sphinx pose instead? Nope, negative. Alright, so again, pushing the chest through, you guys, right, as best as you can. Yeah. Hollowing out the belly, kind of trying to, and don't be afraid to bend your knees, just a little bit. There you go. See, perfect. See how much space you just got? Now you can, yes. Don't be afraid to bend your knees, right? It's definitely not a problem. And then, yeah, maybe you lift your left leg this time. And then maybe you take a hop. Nice. Yeah, watch out. Okay, come up again. Yeah, push the hips a little. Yeah, lift them. Yes, there you go. That's better. Alright, now lighten up on the elbows. Push one elbow, both elbows up at the same time. Downward facing dog. Shift the hips back. High on the TP toes, knees bent. Look where you're going. Step or float, front of your space. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more just like that. Halfway lift. Stay here actually for the moment. And if you want to bring your hands onto your shins, that's fine. If you want to keep your hands down, that's fine too. But I really want you to propel the chest forward. I want you to feel the pull from the crown of the head. The sits bones are opening and separating. You can feel the stretch through the hamstring, back of the knees. The belly is in, chest is slightly lifted, but you're inflating the belly at the low back, right? So you're not dumping. So there's a little bit of a roll of the ribs in. Super open through the collarbones, crown of the head, reaching forward. This is a lot of work. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, release your head completely. You can stay here, or you can grab opposite elbows behind your knees and just kind of hang it here for a moment. So this is one of the songs that my son was very adamant about keeping on the playlist, Sunflower. And while I like it, I don't love it, but it kind of fits the theme. So he was like, you didn't remove it, did you? And I'm like, no. It's like, okay. So again, if that makes you move your hips a little bit, you should totally do that. Release the hands if you have them. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Anahatasana, chair pose, rise. Shift your weight into your heels, stick your booty out a little bit. Maybe soften the toes, maybe lift them up, spread them out and lay them back down. If your feet are apart, your knees are apart as well. If your feet are together, your knees are together. And you're diagonally extending through the tailbone, so there's not too much of a tuck, and then there's not too much of a sway at the low back either, right? So you're rolling your ribs in, that will give you just about the right curve at the low back. And then you're pulling your belly in, pushing it into the space at the low back. The pinkies are slightly rolling in towards each other, or as if you're holding a beach ball over your head. Keep your arms active, extend your shoulders slightly up and forward towards your hands, and then roll your armpits forward. So it's like you're trying to hug yourself with your shoulders, with your armpits. Is this better than dolphin, Robbie?
Yeah.
You can always bring your hands to heart center if this becomes too much. Beautiful. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga, mid-plank. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing, right leg lifts, up and back. Come on, you guys. Knee to nose, bring it in. Hover the shin down. Pull it back up, hug it in. One more time, hover the shin. Pull it back up, hug it in, three-legged dog. Step your right foot all the way in, warrior two, coming up. Up and over, reverse, left. Arms go down, frame the foot. Stay here or three-legged plank. Stay or halfway down, press back up. Right leg steps in, open up, warrior two. Up and over, reverse left. Standing splits, arms go down, left leg lifts. Inhale here. Plant your hands, take your hops. Walk, step, float whenever you're ready through your vinyasa. Downward facing is where we meet. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more just like that. Inhale, lengthen through the arms, through the spine. Exhale, let it go. Left leg lifts, up and back long. Knee to nose, wrap it in. Lower the shin down to a hover. Pull it back up. One more time, lower. Pull it back up, squeeze, three-legged dog. Step your left foot all the way in, open up, warrior two. Up and over, reverse, left. Arms go down, frame the foot, plant your hands, stay here or three-legged plank. Stay here or halfway down. Press back up, step it all the way in, warrior two. Beautiful, up and over, reverse lift. Standing split, arms go down, right leg lifts. Take a hops here or hang. Walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Beautiful. Whenever you're down, downward facing dog, drop down to your knees, cross your feet, sit your butt behind your legs, extend your legs forward, keeping them a little bit apart. Bend your legs, shake them out a little bit. Find the sits bones onto the mat, take the flesh out of the way. Pull the belly in and up, lift up through the chest, arms reach up over the head, inhale. Keeping active as best as you can, try reaching with the chest. The chest starts reaching forward, the gaze follows the line, and then eventually your hands find your shins, ankles, or feet. Keeping engaged again through the legs, use your biceps to pull your chest forward in towards your toes. So a little bit of a rounding through the low back, but flat-ish quality through the upper back for now. The knees can be gently bent, but the legs are fully engaged and active. So if you're feeling little heat spreading through the back of your knees, all the way into your hamstring and to your glutes, that's totally cool. Keep that engagement going, keep breathing. Don't let go of your breath. Notice the conversation that's going on in your head right now. Big inhale here. Exhale, release, soften the pull, release the leg engagement, drop the head and neck down completely. Notice the rounding through the back. Check in with what the back is doing now when you let go of the head. It should be pulling all kinds of directions. Your back should be firing up all over your place. And the more you lean into the heaviness of the head, the more the back will feel all kinds of little pulls and stretches. Finish your exhale. Inhale, will slowly bring you up. When you get up, roll the shoulders up and back. Maybe you bring a little bit of an energy back to the legs. And then bend your knees, soles of the foot, find the mat, scoot your seat down a little bit. Grab underneath the kneecaps, lift up through the chest. And then start lowering down one vertebra at a time. So you're rounding all the way. Don't be afraid to use your hands to kind of help yourself here a little bit. Beautiful. Knees find their way into the chest and more so towards the armpits. So keeping them apart, pull them in, hug them in. And then lower the low back onto the mat because it has lifted as you lay down. Maybe a little bit of a side to side. And then I'll give you an option of, well, actually anything. I was going to say happy baby or a bridge, but if you'd prefer to do a twist, you could do that too, I guess. So if you are in happy baby, the knees are hugging the rib cage, and I like to keep it nice and tight in the beginning and really stretch through the back of my legs. Really push down onto the feet to bring the knees as close to the earth as I can while flattening the low back onto the mat. And then kind of squeezing their inner thighs, hugging in towards the rib cage. And then whenever you're ready to kind of loosen up, maybe peace fingers around your toes, maybe straighten one leg. And then another. And then maybe both legs. Anything else that you need to do before we get ready for Shavasana? That was real fast, wasn't it? Yeah. It felt like super fast. So maybe a quick shoulder stand or a plow pose or ear pressure pose. Again, pay attention to how your body is kind of responding, especially like this is the earliest you'll find me practicing. I will not practice before 9 o'clock in the morning. There is no way. And it's not that I'm up because I get up fairly early, but my body just kind of needs a little bit of a time to start moving for sure. So 9 o'clock is ideal. Guys, whenever you're ready, wrap yourselves back into a tiny little ball. Squeeze your knees in, nice and tight. Grab if you can reach your forearms, that's great. Forehead to knee, wrap it all in, squeeze it in, this big giant squeeze. Hug it in nice and tight. You got yourself. You will always have yourself. Laying the head and neck down first, and then slowly extending the feet to the opposite corners of your mat. You can tell how early it is because I'm still drinking my coffee. Alright, wiggle out the hips a little bit. Let the feet splay wide and open. Notice the space between your shoulder blades. You don't want to have too much, right? So you don't want to completely hug the shoulders under. You actually kind of want to flatten them out. Let them kind of connect to the ground. As flatten in the back of the shoulder blades as you can. Then wiggle out the jaw, soften the face. Go against the crown of the head. You can soften a little bit there too. Slow, big inhale in through your nose. Fill the body, head to toe. Draw a little bit more. Open your mouth, let it go. Oh, music to my ears. One more, just like that. Slow, long, deep inhale through your nose. Fill your body in. Slow, long exhale out of your mouth. Yes. And with that exhale, you allow yourself to release. You allow the weight of your body to settle in, to fill the shape of your body. You give in to gravity. Allowing gravity to pull you down in towards the earth. Certain parts of the body touching the mat, certain parts lifted, all equally heavy. Take a moment, let your body integrate and digest all the movement that you just gave it. Feel the spaciousness spreading through. Honoring the time that you continuously give yourself on your mat. Connecting not only with your breath and with your body, but with your mind, with your soul, with the higher self, and with everybody else who happens to practice. Establishing fresh connections to yourself and to humanity as a whole. Time you find your way back onto your mat, show a little bit of a willingness to look at whatever is showing up. And while the process may be sometimes slow and painful and sometimes quick and sharp, sometimes sweet, at the end of the day, the longer you ignore it, the more friction, the more conflict within yourself you create. So you showing up on your mat repeatedly, week after week, standing up to your own commitment, to your practice, to yourself, and to life. Shavasana today, just in case you need a little more time to lay. In your mind's eye, if you would bring your hands to heart center, showing gratitude to yourself for showing up again and again and again. Mindfulness into the breath space, into the heart space, and the sacred that unites us all. From my heart to yours, from my mat to yours, from my porch to wherever you are. Namaste.
So good.
Alright, so Instagram's out. Thank you, Facebook, so very much. I will see you, well, some of you, maybe, I don't know, at 1 hour, T minus 60 minutes, I can. And then otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday at 5 p.m. for Yin, out of the porch again.